Okay. So, hello everyone, and welcome back to another Patch Notes video. So, I must preface this with some news. Number one, there's a multiple piece news segment. Number one, I will probably not, for a good long while, be playing League, or even streaming for that matter. Not that anyone really cares, realistically, but Borderlands 3 is coming out. I am not streaming it. I don't even know when I'm going to play it because of a whole fiasco with the group I'm playing with. And I have school. And I must play Fortnite because I'm actually really invested in the Battle Pass this season. So because of all of that, and there's no event in League to draw me in, I will probably not be playing or streaming League, but I am a liar most of the time, so who knows. Number two, I have no palette. I don't know if I mentioned that already. Number two, I have no palette. The only thing I have today is God's given water. Good old-fashioned water. And that's because I ate Chipotle, and I don't know what the fuck happened. Maybe I'm getting healthier. But that one Chipotle filled me up for the entirety of my day. So I'm like, holy shit. I'm like still full. Gotta love water. Anyway, I guess that's it for the news. Now let's get into the meat and bones of this video. The new fucking patch. So, as we go into Worlds, as we get closer and closer to Worlds, which is, I believe, the start of next month. Let me see. LOL Worlds 2019. When is it? Yeah, okay, October 2nd to, November 10th. Okay, never mind. So it's like, I guess it does start next month, but it ends at, November. Fuck, at the start of November. Wow. And it apparently might include Lindsay Sterling, that hot violin lady. Oh, she's so hot. Okay, anyway. There's that. So yeah, as we get closer and closer to Worlds, the patches are probably gonna become more and more boring. And I got something to fucking say, yo. I got a really big fucking gripe with this game that I'll get to after this. After the patch notes. It's related, but like not really. It should be a next patch notes video, and I'll probably mention it too when that comes out if I'm not dead by then. But I'll mention it here and there. Anyway, I think that realistically is all the things I had to say. The patches are probably going to get more boring, and let's just get into this probably boring patch. Okay. Hey, patch note readers, want to form a contract with me? I never want to form a contract with the devil, because I am the devil. We're coming down to the final stretch of 919. The patch Worlds will be played on. Okay, so this one's going to be like the ultra balance. So we're adding in some changes that shouldn't rock the boat too much. Yeah, you've said that for the past half season. But helps us get to a place that encourages champion diversity and fun times. Wow. With that in mind, in this patch, we're taking another look at Aatrox. Interesting, maybe they'll give him his res back. Even though I surprisingly still think he's a problem in pro play because he's just always fucking picked. Or maybe that's because, Alright, I said I was going to get into the patch notes. Fuck, I lied. I watched finals for playoffs, and I'm so sad to say TSM is Team Silver Monkeys. They fucked themselves. This is the first time they're not going to Worlds, and I'm actually super sad about that. But anyway, the reason I bring this up is because the fucker on TSM, I think, always went fucking Aatrox. It was either him or someone on CLG, maybe. I don't even remember. I think it was CLG. No, I think it was TSM. I don't remember, but someone kept going Aatrox. I'm pretty sure it was TSM. And they kept sucking ass, but regardless, he was still picked. And at some moments, he was doing very well. So it's like, interesting. Anyway, aside from that, let's keep going. Helps us get to play. Okay, we're taking a look at Aatrox. Akali I still think is an issue because she's picked in pro play. Same as Aatrox, basically. Specifically to make sure they don't completely dominate the meta. Since they've been seeing high picks and play in pro play throughout the year. Okay, yeah, exactly what I just said. Nice. Okay. Let me mention, I guess, the controversy with these fucking skins, too. So, basically, for this set of skins and the last patch's set of skins, people have been fucking complaining. And I might have mentioned this before, too. But people... What was the last Legendary skin? The Pike one? People did not like the Pike skin. And to be honest, I didn't either. Fuck, no, it wasn't the Pike skin. It was something else. Hold on, I'm going nuts from 20. I gotta figure this shit out. Releases. Last patch, it was the Elderwood. Okay, yeah, it was the Elderwood. Elderwood I thought was good, but people hated it. Similar to this, I think the Star Guardian skins here are actually pretty fucking good. But I'll get... Okay, this is what I was going to get into after patch notes. And it's the quality of skins and what's happening with them and the trend I've noticed in Riot. And I'll explain in depth, maybe not that much depth, but in depth, what is happening and why we should be concerned. But anyway, I like all these skins. I think they're actually really fucking good, especially both these legendaries. I think they're good, but there's an issue, and we'll get to that later. Okay, so AA Aatrox. Realistically, I want to see buffs. Or not realistically. I guess imaginarily, I want to see buffs in my own little world where I think League should be balanced towards. Realistically, I think we're going to get nerfs because he's only been fucking played in pro play. And constantly, so I'm pretty sure we're going to see nerfs. Passive now heals for lust against minions. Okay, so they're prioritizing his aggression, which is good. That's what Aatrox should be doing. Q damage to minions reduced and flattened. That's actually really good. Maybe people pick him in pro play because he can not only fight well, he clears the wave extremely fast with extremely low, like, no-cost cooldowns. So I honestly think these changes, surprisingly, are warranted and good. That's all I have to say for that. Akali, again, exact same thing as Aatrox. In regular play, I feel like she's so hard to pick up and play compared to what she was. They need to, like, buff her. But because she's been seen in pro play, and this is for Worlds, they're gonna nerf her because their Koreans go nuts. Similar, exactly like they say, similar to Aatrox, we're focusing on her changes for presence. So what are they doing? They're taking away her stun? And they're actually gutting her fucking damage on the execute, which is crazy. They're severely nerfing it. It actually did so much damage early game. Wow. Late game, they're not nerfing it. Thank the Lord. Early game, they're nerfing it, which is ironic because assassins are supposed to, like, get going by early game or they do nothing. And the cooldown is getting massively nerfed, which I actually agree with this change. I think Akali has so much mobility right now and so much, not necessarily escape, but safeness in her kit, even though they nerfed the Shroud so you can kind of see her in it. Regardless, the R wasn't even used all the time for, like, executions and, like, kills. It was used to get away. And you really gotta choose, hey, I'm either gonna use this to get away or use this to kill. But whatever I choose, it's a choice that matters. And I think the cooldown nerf does that. Again, I think some of these are fine. I mean, again, as an AD main, I like these changes because Akali will kill me less. But as, like, an overall looking at the game balance sort of thing, I don't like these changes. Because they don't help the common man, such as everyone else but me, because I'm better than everyone. Fuck, can you guys even hear the music, goddamn? I'll raise it a tad bit. Go to the next song. Virgo by Ow5. There we go. Anyway, moving on. So, Annie. They nerfed Annie from last patch from what I remember. And no one plays Annie. No one is going to play Annie unless they massively buff her. So I'm assuming to see a slight buff because it's the World patch. E now grants decaying move speed. Damage reduction decrease. That's fine. Cooldown increase. That's also fine. They're basically just playing... Annie's fantasy used to be, I'm going to go in there and one-shot you. And a lot of people, I guess, complained or thought it was unfair, which in actuality it kind of was what she used to do. So they made it so your whole kit did damage spread out and not so much burst on just the R. The R wasn't just one-shotting people. Now you actually had to use the W and the Q. But that basically made Annie bad, and then no one used it. So, her original concept was, I'm going to go in and one-shot you with my giant man bear, which after the man bear was summoned did nothing. Now the man bear does a little bit of something, and her whole kit does a little bit of something too. She's mainly an engaged champion. She's an engaging mid. Similar to Nico, but more safe in my opinion. And the cooldown's getting 15 damage reductions going. Oh, they gutted it by almost half. Jesus Christ. I don't know if the move speed's even worth it, honestly. I think this is like ass. Even though the E didn't last too long anyway, but still 40% was a good amount. God damn, that's crazy. Alright, Asol. What the fuck do I think about this godforsaken champion? I haven't played the new one, so I can't say for certain if it's better or not. But like I said from my previous prediction, I think Asol is ass. Now that he has this change, I think he's maybe more playable by a bigger player base, but his overall play competence, or not play competence, play like skill, how much you can realistically do with Asol, has been just nerfed into the ground. More people can play him, but not at the level as they could play him at before, if they really wanted to master him. But I have nothing to back that up, that's just my opinion. I don't know anything else, but it seems I would be on the right track because they are buffing his base health, which means he is weak. This is actually fucking insane. Caitlyn has already been seeing a little bit too much play, in my opinion. Alright, this music's annoying. I'm lowering this shit. Hopefully you guys can still hear it. But anyway, Caitlyn has seen too much fucking play, and I feel like she's creeping back up to be one of the best ADs, and that is not a world I want to live with. I want to live in a world where Caitlyn's fucking removed. You have champions like Kog'Maw and Trist that gain the attack range over time, which in my opinion is fair. However, thank you, Adrian. However, Caitlyn simply gets it from level 1. Now, mind you, she doesn't have that strong of a mid-game. Caitlyn's mid-games, unless she's fed, which if you're not fed at mid-game as Caitlyn, what are you doing? What have you been doing in lane? Caitlyn's mid-game falls off, but like I just said, it doesn't matter. And her late game, while it's not the best, it's really fucking good. Like, I really just want Caitlyn removed, honestly. I think Caitlyn's so bad for the fucking game and the game's health. If you play Lucian into Caitlyn, you're trolling. If you play any 525 range AD like Xayah into Caitlyn, well, Xayah's OP, but generally, if you play any non-range scaling AD against Caitlyn, and you're not like a god, you're trolling. This basically is what Caitlyn is becoming. But anyway, that's my opinions on Caitlyn. Echo, I still think is secret OP. Maybe Riot has realized that, and they will now nerf him. Wow, I was wrong. They are buffing him. We actually might see AP Echo in Worlds. The 2.25 second stun is really good, and Echo's just a really good fucking pick because of his ulti. I think we should have seen him in Worlds. If not, we will. But I like these changes. I think after this, no more. I think Echo's fine. If he goes full AP. Tank Echo never should have been a thing and still shouldn't. But this is fine where he's at now, honestly. Evelynn. I think Evelynn is pretty fucking weak, especially in Worlds. And again, since they're balancing around that, they're probably going to buff her because they want to see more diverse picks in Worlds and not just Sejuani. So, what are they doing? They are buffing her ulti execute damage. Wow. The level 3 ult is actually insane on Evelynn. Base damage, it will do 900. And then, like, I think gets empowered by 140% if they're low. That's crazy. Evelynn's R is actually crazy. This champion looks so fun. I want to play this champion, but I suck dick at her. But I think this is actually really good. Evelyn is one of the people who I think is like one of the funnest assassins. It's just you actually have to like think a little bit to play her. I actually really like this change. I think this is a good change. Oh. Oh. What is this? What is this? Buff? Jhin buff? Oh my god, it's like so peepee, but like anything you give Jhin is like, oh yes, right. They want to see Jhin at Worlds. I want to see Jhin at Worlds. They should have buffed this AD by 4. Jhin is one of the scaling ADs, but ironically, he doesn't scale as well as he used to because he... Okay, this is the main fucking problem with this champion, and I don't understand Riot's mentality. They don't want Jhin to be too good, because if he is, he has such a unique kit, where if he's good, he's broken. Like, hands down, if Jhin is fucking good, if he's one of the top ADs, he is broken. Because of his, like, ultra-scaling passive. It's so hard to balance Jhin, I feel. And when there's a keystone that's good for him, that means it's really good for him. Prime example, Hail of Blades. They nerfed that shit to the ground under the guise of a bug fix. Blow my dick, Riot. It's not a bug fix. Jhin was too OP. So, Jhin is like one of their really, really good ADs. If what I remember is correct, Darkstar Jhin was actually the best skin selling of this year. And that says a lot, because it's really fucking good skin. But we'll get into that after. I actually have to say something about that too. Good, not bad. Unlike the rest of what I have to say after. But anything they give Jhin is good. I just wish they gave him a fucking keystone that actually was meant for him. Or like he is meant to use and he just doesn't pick the least sucky option. But they gave him something. I'm happy about that. I think they need to give him more, but still, we got a bone. Alright, Kai'Sa. I would actually be very surprised if I don't see Xayah nerfs in this patch notes, but we'll see. Kai'Sa's definitely getting nerfed. I can already know that. She's ridiculous. Not as ridiculous as she was at launch, but she's ridiculous. They are nerfing her attack speed. Okay, see, this is the thing. This is the thing that I guess is kind of bad for Kai'Sa, but it's bad because Riot is thematically stupid. Kai'Sa's whole thematic in Riot's mind is, oh, we have an AD assassin hybrid. This AD can like single out someone she's marked and teleport right to them, and in a 1v1 she's pretty fucking strong, especially with her Q and the build she goes and the execute she has. In a 1v1 she's very strong, so she can single out her target and go assassinate them. She's thematically an AD assassin hybrid. However, realistically what she is a very safe AD who can hunt people down, doesn't need to because she can, as Riot says, charge down the enemy one at a time and just mow them down, whoever's in front of her. I think realistically I like what she is now. I don't like Riot's thematic because that doesn't really work well for an AD. If you want to do that, play an assassin for fuck's sake. But they want to kind of mix the roles here and there, so Kai'Sa's, I guess, the bridge. But I like when an AD can just run people down and is good in team fights and runs down the front line. And Kai'Sa does that pretty well. Ooh, what the fuck is this song? This song is nice. Reconnect by Metis. I like Metis, but I'm lowering this song because it's fucking loud. Oh god, what the fuck? My computer just like froze for a little bit. Anyway. Yeah, Kai'Sa definitely needs a nerf. Her and Xayah are the two most powerful ADs in pro play at the moment. I don't even know who's third because Kai'Sa and fucking Xayah are always picked. Although Kog'Maw did win CLG the championship. So, or Clutch Gaming the championship. So, Kai'Sa's getting nerfed. It's kind of a big nerf too, I'm gonna be fucking honest, but I get lethal, so it doesn't matter. This nerf doesn't really give a shit to me. I don't give a shit about it. But it's still a substantial nerf. 80 to 60 is a big fucking amount. If we see Xayah nerfs, I won't be that angry though. But let's see what happens. Kayle. Kayle is fucking hot garbage. I swear to God, if they don't buff her like 5 patches straight, she's still not gonna be good. She's so bad, and I've went over it so many times. She's an early game champion that, regardless of the fucking mini rework they gave her, still takes 30 minutes to start up. She can just farm a little bit easier in the beginning now, but she sucks ass. They're buffing her by 5 damage on her fucking E. That is ass. This champion's ass. The champion sucks cock. Buff her more. Lee Sin. I fucking hate Lee Sin, but Lee Sin is also one of the poster boys of Worlds, so they're always going to buff Lee Sin before Worlds if he's not OP, because they want to see him in Worlds, because he's a playmaker, and they want Worlds to be interesting. So they're buffing his R, which realistically does nothing, and they're buffing his base stats, which realistically do nothing. So they're buffing nothing. Lee Sin's useless. Don't use him. MF. MF is so weak right now. She is one of the ass ADs. She needs buffs. So what is she getting? Wow, they're actually Omega buffing the E early game. This buff is actually really huge. This sets up really good ganks or really good engage supports. MF, I feel, doesn't work good in any other lane besides a poke lane. An engage lane is alright, but MF doesn't have consistent sustained damage until 6. She has like good poke and maybe a little bit of burst if you go the lethality build, but generally I feel like she's just the best in a poke lane. But regardless, better slow is better slow, so either way it works. But I think this would have been best if she had a different kit that worked with engage supports. But again, slow is slow, it's better. Okay, Nunu and Womp. This champion is fucking hot garbage. I hate this bitch. I don't know how. I honestly don't know how. Pantheon, you can make the argument. What the fuck is this stupid ass song? Okay, anyway. Pantheon, you can make the argument that his rework, basically Pantheon's the same. He's good early, he's okay mid, he sucks late. It's the same with the new Pantheon as the old. However, the new Pantheon lives longer. So in a way, no matter how you look at it, even though they serve the same function, the new Pantheon's better just because of the E. That's literally it. All his other abilities don't matter that they got reworked. The new E is basically what makes the new Pantheon better. Nunu is just worse. He has nothing redeeming about his kit. And everything about his kit is better than the old one. I don't understand it. The only thing that's not better that you can argue is maybe his E is worse if you're building full AP, because you could miss it, and it doesn't do as much damage as the old fucking nuke snowball. But this Nunu is somehow worse. I don't know if it's because of nerfs they did to try and put him in the niche of a counter jungle like champion, because that's Nunu's whole thematic. He's supposed to be a counter jungle champion, but like I just don't know. He's just ass. He's really fucking ass. So who knew Nunu and Womp would be so good at snowballing? They're fucking lying. This is a lie. Reducing some of their early gank potential. Okay, their gank is actually pretty good now though. So they're not completely impenetrable once they get a certain point. Okay, this song sucks ass too. Jesus Christ. Who the fuck is this guy? And what the fuck is this song? All these songs are ass. Oh no, this one's really good. Oh, I love this song. I have this in my playlist. Anyway. Apparently they think Nunu's good, and if Nunu actually is like played in Worlds by people who know how to like fuck the enemy jungler, I still think despite the fact that he sucks ass, he'll be like really good. So maybe they're preemptively nerfing him for Worlds. But his health growth is getting nerfed, which actually late game is a big deal. If he's losing 8 health per level, max level, that could be like over 100 health if you take the right runes that's like shaved off. Which actually isn't even that big. Never mind, I'm lying. Armor growth is getting nerfed by 0.5. That's nothing. Mana is getting nerfed by 3.56. That's nothing. Mana regen sucks ass. Whatever. This is, I think, the biggest change they're doing to him. The E slow is scaling now. So. Oh god. The E slow is scaling now. So. It's not as good. Maybe it'll make his early lane ganks like not as good. Anyway, Teemo, oh my god, I actually think it might be time. I can't believe they're doing this for Worlds. If at all. If they're putting the Teemo changes through, I'll be very surprised that they're doing that in Worlds. No one's going to use Teemo in general during Worlds, or else they're, like, trolling. But, I mean, maybe us plebeians could have fun with Teemo. So, his Q. Okay, it's a quality of life thing. It's like an effects thing. W. Okay, quality of life thing. Wow. R. Oh. This scuttle change is actually really fucking good. Holy shit. Wait, this is actually amazing. And now you can, like, have a shit ton more range on the mushrooms. Okay, like I said, in terms of Worlds, this does nothing. In terms of the Teemo mains, I guess this is really good. Because now you could put mushrooms, like, at a safe distance. This actually doesn't change at all his, like, in-game power, but it's more like you just become more safe. But you have the same power, so it's whatever. Teemo's the same. Wiener! Oh my god, yes, Zaya's nerfed. Zaya's nerfed, yes. Okay, anyway, Warwick. W now properly grants bonus attack speed against blood. Oh my god. This is a major buff to Warwick, is what they're calling it. Just like it was a bug fix to Jhin, but realistically, it was a major nerf. Oh great, I've been disconnected. Look at that. This is the bullshit I'm talking about that Riot always fucking does. This is some fucking gayness. Oh, okay, well, it just showed me the message again. Yeah, so Warwick, I guess, is, like, better now. I'm actually really happy, because Warwick is so fucking buggy. If you play him for a little bit, you'll realize he's, like, one of the buggiest champs in the game. I think next to Singed, but they might have fixed some Singed bugs since I last played him, which has been a while. Okay, Xayah, I don't know exactly all the reasons why, but she is one of the top ADs, which is surprising considering the fact that she has 525 range. I am actually baffled by the fact that a lower ranged, not as much as Lucian, AD is as good as Xayah is. I'm attributing it to her R and her E, and her W, ironically, and her passive. Let's just think about this, like, from a balanced perspective. She gains Twitch's ult on her passive for using abilities. It doesn't do as much damage as Twitch, and it doesn't give range. But it's better. It's one of the best passives, I would argue, in the game for any AD. It makes you have wave clear and teamfight potential. Oh great, fucking it disconnected me again. Oh, if I was in game, it'd probably be disconnecting me from fucking the game too. But anyway, yeah, so Xayah's passive is one of the best in the game. It's basically mini Twitch ult. Her W lets her do 20% more fucking damage than any other AD with autos alone, aside from, like, you know, the Dravens and the Vaynes maybe with Q. But, like, her autos with the W on will do 20% damage. To put this in perspective, mages, when they got 20% more damage on the abilities and stuff they did with Deathfire's Grasp, that item was removed because it was considered too ridiculous. Riot said the worst item that they have created, and I'm not quoting this from anywhere, I'm just assuming this is what their balanced team thought, was Deathfire's Grasp. That item gave you 20% damage, like AP, against the target for like a couple seconds, like 5 seconds, I think. And it was ridiculous. Xayah has that in her kit, and it increases attack speed, and it gives her movement speed. Her kit is over fucking loaded. Her E is a nuke damage fucking CC ability. So if you're already doing more damage than every other AD with your autos, once you like activate the E, you're gonna nuke someone. If not, CC them, or if not, just win the team fight. Because then it synergizes off the R, which makes you one of the safest ADs in the game, next to Tristana and Ezreal. She's just so fucking crazy. And the fact that they're only nerfing her armor, which I agree with, and the cooldown of her ulti, which I very much agree with, is still not enough. This AD's fucking insane, and I love her, and I'm glad she's getting a legendary. And I think this is the first instance of a character getting a legendary and getting nerfed in the same fucking patch. But I'm actually really surprised at her strength now, like, talking about it. Fucking Twitch, are you kidding me? Basically moment. And I think the last champion to be touched is Zoe. So Zoe, they basically fucking clapped her ass even worse than the porn artists do. And she basically, I think, sucks now. So they're buffing her a slight bit because she's actually very fun to watch, but she's horribly hard to balance. So how bad are they buffing her? Okay, they're doing a useless buff of like 6 damage. This does nothing. Hopefully we'll still see Zoe though. Zoe's fun to watch. Video accessibility. I don't know what this is and I don't care. Bug fixes. I don't give a shit. Okay. So overall, that's the patch. I'll rate it, and then I'll get into my rant about the skins and what I've read about Riot and what they're doing. So, wow, this song fucking blows dick. Actually, I kind of like it. Never mind. Okay, anyway. So, for this patch, Jhin got buffed. There are some decent changes, though not everything I wanted. But again, it's a Worlds patch. It generally doesn't annoy me too badly, except the Caitlyn shit. Oh my god, wait a minute, no. Okay, this patch gets a 6.5 Marc Merrills out of 10. Caitlyn needs to be dealt with. But anyway, that's the patch. So now let's get into the fucking controversy. I don't know if League is a dying game. I honestly don't. I feel like it's stagnating, if not getting to where it's gonna be for a few years, until it gets like a huge update that might bring people back, if they even have that in them anymore. I honestly think the new team that's running Riot, because obviously they've went through employees over the years, I think this team is one of the worst teams there is. Like, they do a good job with the game, but not what the old team used to do. The old team used to be like, mwah, mamma mia. But I don't know. And there have been multiple instances where League has degraded. Number one, the client. The client sucks ass. Number two, the balance. Most of the balance sucks ass. And one thing, which I never thought I would say degraded, but actually has been the skins. Now, as I've mentioned in the beginning, there have been complaints about the skins. And it's not just people saying, oh, I don't like this, oh, I don't like that skin, just because it's like subjective. No, it's actually complaints that Riot has gone back and they're basically doing the 2K, where they've said what marks a skin and what's like the bare minimum a skin of this rarity has to meet, and they haven't fucking done that. They've lied, like Ronnie 2K. And perfect examples are with these new legendary skins that are coming out. Legendary skins traditionally do not get chromas. However, the Pyke skin got chromas. These two skins are getting chromas. And, you know, my opinion is these two skins are good, but let's leave my opinion out of it for this matter. These two skins are getting chromas. The Pyke skins are getting chromas. Or the Pyke skin is getting chromas. And generally, some of the legendaries that are coming out now are getting chromas. However, not all. And this is where the community, as well as myself, has speculated. And I'll use the Jhin skin as an example. The Jhin skin is one of the best-selling skins of this year. And also, it doesn't have chromas. It has completely new everything. New animations, new rig, new model, new textures, new VO, new everything. These new legendaries do have new VOs, and it's the same voice actors, which is even better, because, like, you know, it's the same voice actor for the original champion. But they have, I think, the same model, and if not the same model, the same animations. Now, I don't know if this is true. I didn't look too far into it, but people said that Riot was scared shitless making the Jhin skin because they didn't know if people would like it. And thematically, people didn't at first, and maybe some people still don't. But the level of quality of the skin is really fucking high. It's up there with Eclipse Leona, or like the legendary Leona skins. Those skins and the Jhin skins are touted as like old school, high quality, fucking set the bar legendaries. these new legendaries that are coming out are so ass that the people at Riot know they're ass. And they're like, okay, we'll make chromas to like enhance them, but you have to pay more money because it's a chroma. But like, they make chromas for the skins they think suck ass or don't bring enough to the table to constitute a legendary. It's similar to what they did with fucking the pseudo ultimate skin of Gun Goddess MF. They knew Gun Goddess MF wasn't good enough to be an ultimate in its own right, because it copied Lux's thematic, which was the changing bullshits. And because of that, they priced it lower. But even they said themselves, we fucked up. And this is an actual article Riot made on, I think, Ask Riot with the ultimate skin in 2019. They're not making one. And that's because they know they fucked up with the MF one, and now they're going to take their time, because they're scared shitless, on the next legendary if it comes out, if people complain. Because their legendaries have been fucking degrading. The fact that you have to use the animations from the original champion in a legendary skin, which is supposed to be near close to a reimagining of the champion, like thematically, is sad. And people have noticed, and I think Riot is getting scared, because their skins have degraded, and they said for a fact that legendary skins have to have new animations. And these shits might have little animations here and there that are new, but it's not what legendary skins used to be. The bar went lower, and it's fucking terrible. Now again, putting in my bias, I think these skins are fine. I personally don't give a shit. But if this shit happened for Jhin, I'd be livid. But yeah, basically that's the rant with skins. They're actually degrading. What does this mean for League, and why is this happening even? I honestly think it's Tencent, or maybe overwork, or maybe just League just has shitty people, which is what I said in the beginning. Maybe it's a combination of all three. I don't know. I honestly think it's Tencent being greedy, because Tencent ruins everything. If you don't know who Tencent is, they're the people who... They're basically stupid fucking Asians who buy every video game and ruin it with microtransactions and stuff. And they're already sinking their claws deep into League because Eternals are coming out, which I guarantee was influenced by Tencent. And so many shitty practices are coming out in League of Legends now that require money. Teamfight tactics, one of the examples, that it's pretty fucking obvious that they have their hands in it. And maybe they're trying to milk League as much money as they can because they think it's dying, or they're projecting it's going to slow down. Again, I think it's going to definitely drop off, but it's going to maintain a consistent player base with the people who are going to stay until the game, if at all, gets majorly updated. But that's my rant on skins. They're degrading. Hopefully Riot learns to not be stupid, because this is their source of income. But yeah, that's basically it. 6.5 on the patch. I hope you enjoyed.